Hey guys, so I'm back today with another foundation first impression. This isn't like a true first impression because I have tried this foundation about 2 years ago, but they did reformulate it, so I wanted to try it again, and I really love dewy foundations. And so yeah, the foundation I'm going to be trying out today is the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy+Smooth Foundation. It looks like this. I love the matte and poreless for my skin, so I wanted to try this again. Like I said, it's been a couple years since I've tried it, so I got mine in the shade 120 Classic Ivory, which is the same shade I have in matte and poreless, so let's hope that this one matches too. This says it's for normal to dry skin. It has an SPF of 18, so hopefully that doesn't give me any flashback, but we'll see. I'm going to read you just what the bottle says, and then I'll pull up some more information. This says it's just Dewy+Smooth for normal to dry skin. It hydrates and soothes skin texture, natural luminous finish. So that's what the bottle says, and I do have some dry patches right here, so we'll see if it clings to it. And then I also have some pimples that are just, I mean, they're flat now, they just haven't gone away yet. So let me pull up some more information on the internet. So I went to maybelline.com, and it says there are 16 super saturated shades, and it looks like a pretty good shade range, I guess. So this is rated 4.1 stars out of 124 people. On here it says it retails for $7.99, but I looked up on Target.com just to make sure what I paid for, and I paid $5.99, and I think even Walmart has it for like $5 or $5.50. So if you want to pick this up, make sure you go to Walmart first and then Target. So their website says that the Maybelline's Smoothing Concentrate hydrates rough patches, and it leaves skin with a natural luminous finish. So I guess we'll see, you know, right here where I have like the dry patches. The benefits are ideal for normal to dry skin. This foundation hydrates and soothes skin texture, leaving a natural luminous finish. Protects with SPF 18, which we read on the bottle. It is fragrance free, and then it just says how to use and apply foundation onto skin and blend with fingertips or an applicator and blend. Is it weird that I have a Bath & Body Works winter scented candle lit right now? Okay, so as usual, I'm going to do one half of my face with a brush and the other half with a damp sponge. So let's go ahead and give this a shake. I really hope I like this still, because I remember liking it when I first tried it a while ago. The only thing I hate is there's no pump. So I'm just going to take it off like this, and I guess I'll put it on my palette. So I have about that much, so about a quarter size. So let's do this side with the brush, and we'll do this side with a sponge, I guess. So I'm using the Sigma Flat Top F80. I'm just dipping in there and swiping. It feels really good on my skin. Oh, look at that. That shade, it just like melted into my skin. I barely used any, really. I just dipped the brush in there once, and I feel like I got like a lot of coverage. In that moment that you realize that you did not prime your face. Well, I was going to use my Smashbox primer water and my NYX Angel Veil primer with that, but I forgot. So I guess we're just going to be using no primer today. So, well, that should be the true test of this foundation, right? With no primer. I wonder if that's why it's going on a lot smoother, because there's no primer. So that's one layer with the brush, and I'm still using what I have on the palette, and then I'm going to go in with my damp sponge on the other side. It might be the first time in my life I've ever forgot to put primer on my face. So it looks like I'm getting about the same coverage with the brush as I did with the sponge. I think I like applying it with a sponge better. But it looks like I'm getting about the same coverage. So this is what it looks like with one layer with the sponge, and then this is what it looks like with one layer with the brush. So to me it looks about the same. I think this side looks more smoother and this side looks more dewier. So let's do some more. But yeah, did it say this was, I think when I read it, it said light to medium coverage, right? I'm not sure. So I just put a little bit more on here and I'm going back in with my brush. And let's see if we can build this up. I don't know why I grabbed this brush. I really don't like it. Mine is like starting to fall apart too, I feel. Yeah, okay, so if I had to pick, I think I prefer the brush side, even though I hate this brush, but I really like how the foundation looks with the brush and how I feel like it's just like gliding on my skin. I love this foundation. Okay, so that's 2 layers. I say this is like full coverage. 2 layers is full coverage, I think, because this right here I don't really count because I use concealer. So I really like the finish of this. Then I'm just gonna go in with my sponge. We'll do this side. See if we can cover up some of those pimples. Or what's left of those pimples anyways. Try not to get any on my collar since my shirt is white. Why I get foundation all over my earring. Cool. Okay, so now we have 2 layers of foundation on each side. I think that the sponge made it a little bit more like dewier looking, and then the brush didn't, if you can tell. But I think I like the brush better. I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go back in and like go over this side with the sponge and see what happens. This looks so good. I feel like nobody really talks about this foundation anymore. But yeah, now I'm just going over like where the brush was just so I can even out both sides. That is with 2 layers on each side. I think it looks so good. I can't believe I didn't remember to put on primer, but I wonder like if it would still go on as smooth if I had primer on. Like, I'm kind of like baffled now because I feel like people are so dependent on primer. Plus people like, well, I like the barrier between my skin, the primer, and the foundation. Like, I like that barrier there, but I really like how this applied with no primer. Like, I'm really impressed. So let me get up close. And it didn't cling to any of those dry patches. This is where my dry patches are. And I don't think it clinged at all, but I bet you if I set it with powder, it will. But it looks so good. So let's go ahead and apply some concealer. So I'm using my Maybelline Dark Circle Eraser. I'm going to use this until it's gone. So I'm just going to apply this like I normally would. And then on top of that, I'm going to be using this CoverGirl Fresh Complexion Concealer. There's no color, but I'm sure it's like the lightest one that they sell. And I'm just going to go on top of that. I do notice that I like this CoverGirl concealer blended out with a brush as opposed to a sponge. So if you guys were wondering what I thought. Not going to go too crazy on my forehead because I plan on wearing my bangs down. So we'll start with that. And then I'm just going to be using my Morphe G36 to blend all of that in. I just feel like I get way more coverage from the concealer when I use a brush to blend it. I don't know, like I always like to blend it with a brush and then go back over with the sponge. So the concealer looks really nice on top of this foundation. Now I'm just gonna lightly go over that with the sponge just to get any like extra product off. So this is what we're looking like. I really like this foundation. Oh my gosh, it's a little sticky, but it is a dewy foundation, so I don't know if I'm gonna set it. I kind of don't want to. But I'm gonna go finish off the rest of my makeup and then I will come back and I'll talk to you guys some more about it. Hey guys, so obviously I'm like losing my mind today because I forgot the primer, but I also forgot to show you guys what time it was. And I sat down about 12:05 and then I just checked the time right now because I had to go fix my bangs and they look like crap, but what can you do? Anyways, and now it's almost 2 o'clock. So man, it took me 2 hours to do my makeup. Oh my goodness. I did film. Let's get that lipstick off the teeth. I did film this makeup tutorial, so if you were wondering what was on my lips and my eyes, stay tuned for that. But so far, I did not set the foundation, and I think it looks really good. It is a little sticky, but again, it is a dewy foundation. But I think it looks really good with all the makeup on top, and I didn't have any issues blending bronzer, blush, or highlighter on top of it. I'm really happy with it. And then you can see on my forehead, that's what that looks like. So I only put a little bit of bronzer, didn't contour or anything because I knew I'd be wearing my bangs down. So far I'm giving this foundation at like a 10 out of 10 at this point in time. So like I said, it's been on for about an hour and a half so far. So my next check-in, I will be outside or somewhere with natural light so you can see it, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Bye. Hey guys, so I'm back with a foundation check-in. It's been on since, what'd we say, 11 or noon? I can't remember. It's 3:30 now, and it's like holding, I can't talk. It's holding up really good. I really like it. And I didn't have to set it, and I just love how it looks on my face. So as usual, we're gonna walk around and look. So yeah, I remember liking it like 2 years ago, and I can't believe I ever stopped using it, but I feel like I do that a lot because I'm so busy trying out new makeup and new makeup products that I forget the stuff that I really love, and I really love this stuff. And for the price, you cannot beat the price of this foundation. Hey guys, so it is now 6:30. I think I lied to you guys at my last check-in. That was at 3:30 because I was confused about what time I was done with my foundation, and I think I want to call the time at 12:30. So it's been on for, what is that, 6 hours? So it's been on for 6 hours, and I really like it. It did oxidize. So you can see like the demarcation line right there. So that sucks. I don't know if I need to go down a shade maybe, or mix in some like white foundation that I have. I'm not sure. I am getting a little oily on my forehead, but I mean, I don't really mind that, probably because I have bangs, and then we can't forget that I forgot to put on primer. So that could be another reason why I'm getting a little oily. It was creasing a little bit up here, but again, I did eat, I did drink, I changed my lip color like 3 times already. So anyways, I will see you guys a little bit later. But I don't think I've ever introduced Marshmallow to you guys. She's so pretty. I love her. She had like 10, oh, she wants to say hi to the camera, I guess. She had like, let go. She had like, I think she had 10 litter mates. I don't know, it was something crazy like that. So she's all white. Her name's Marshmallow. And think she's turning 3 this summer. I can't remember, but I love her. She's my baby, and she's deaf. So that's why she likes to come outside. I think because she can't hear anything, therefore she can't get scared. Right? So yes, so here's a formal introduction. Introduction? Well, anyways, say hi, Marsh. She's so funny. Like, one of these times I have to get her on camera when she's meowing, because like a deaf cat meow is like ridiculous. Like when she meows, she sounds like she's like yodeling. It's crazy, right? So maybe in another vlog I'll introduce you guys to Hazelnut. She's my other cat. All right, bye. Hey guys, so this is gonna be my last check-in. I already pulled off my lashes, if you can tell, and it is 9 o'clock. Can you see that? Damn it. So it's 9:02 to be exact. So that means I've had the foundation on since 12:30. So that's about 8.5 hours. And normally I would try to do 12 hours, but I already like it, so I don't feel like I need to keep it on longer. Do you recognize this background? It's my old background. Anyways, I'm still really happy with it. As you can see, my forehead is actually really, really shiny. Like, shiny. But again, I didn't use primer, so that could be it. And this is a Dewy and Smooth foundation. So I bet if I I bet if I powdered and I used a pore filling primer, or like, you know, like the ones you use if you have oily skin, like in my T-zone, I bet this foundation probably wouldn't have even gone this far, because down here still okay. My cheeks are still okay. It's just right there. But yeah, so far, I think I give this foundation, if I had to rate it, I said 10 out of 10 earlier, but I did notice that it did oxidize a little bit, so I'm going to say 8 out of 10. But that's still really good, right? Compared to my last foundation first impression. That was awful. But, so I'm going to zoom you in so you can get up close and personal with me. So you can see here how it's really shiny, but it didn't like break up at all. So it's really shiny there. It still looks really good around my nose. It did break up a little bit on my upper lip, but that's because I'm like have a huge dry patch right there. Around my nose it looks good, and then it broke up right there. That was my other dry patch, but it doesn't look horrible. It still looks really good. Maybe you can tell that. I don't think you'll be able to tell that it oxidized, but so I'm gonna go jump in the shower now. Thank you guys so much for watching this foundation review. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you like the foundation as much as I do, and you go buy it because it's like $5. Go do it. If you do, tell me what you think, or if you're already using it, tell me what you think. Even if you hate it, tell me what you think. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here so I can jump in the shower. I just got done packing because we're going to Vegas tomorrow for Memorial Day, and we're staying at Planet Hollywood. I've been to that hotel before, but I've never stayed there, so I'm excited to check out the rooms and lay by the pool and drink and do all that fun stuff that you normally do in Vegas. So until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye.